getting an idea about the difference between the sentence and a phrase in the first lecture, let us have an idea about the parts of a sentence. A sentence is made up of two parts, namely a subject and a predicate. Now let us see something about the subject. It is that part of a sentence which tells us who or what the sentence is about. The next part of the sentence is the predicate. It is that part of a sentence which tells us something about the subject. Now let us understand it with the help of an example. The Indian team won the match. In this, the Indian team, that is the subject, which tells us something about the sentence, and won the match, that is a predicate which tells us something about the subject, the Indian team. After learning about the definition and parts of a sentence, let us move to the next topic, that is kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences: assertive or declarative sentences, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences, and interrogative sentences. Now let us see the first kind of sentence, that is assertive or declarative sentences. Sentences that state or declare something are called assertive or declarative sentences. An assertive or declarative sentence says or states something, can be either affirmative, that is positive, or negative, and is always followed by a full stop. Now let us see the examples. He felt sad for his friend. He did not argue with her. In these examples, sentence A is an affirmative sentence since it is making a positive statement, and sentence B is negative as it is making a negative statement. So we can say that assertive sentences can be affirmative or positive and negative, and these sentences convey a fact or make a statement. Now the second type of sentences are the imperative sentences. The sentences that give orders or instructions, make request, or offer advice are called imperative sentences. Now let us see the examples. A. Mother, please buy me potato chips. This is an imperative sentence in a form of a request. Next, don't eat potato chips. That is an example of an imperative sentence in the form of a command. The next type of sentences are the interrogative sentences. Sentences that are used to ask questions are called interrogative sentences. Example, are you Mrs. Sharma? Next, what are you looking for? Now, interrogative sentences are of 2 types. One is the yes-no questions, and next is WH question. Now, if we see this in these 2 examples, the first one is, are you Mrs. Sharma? So, if we ask this question, the answer of this question can be either yes or no. So, this sentence is a yes or no type of interrogative sentence. The next one, What are you looking for? That is a WH question. We should remember that in an interrogative sentence, we place the auxiliary verb before the subject, and we always put a question mark at the end of an interrogative sentence. We saw that in an interrogative sentence, we place the auxiliary verb before the subject. Let us understand this with the help of an example. They have bought sweets. This is a simple statement. Now, when we change this statement into an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verb have will come in the beginning of the sentence and the subject they will come after that. So, now the question will be, have they bought sweets? Interrogative pronouns like who, what, whom, whose, etc. are used in a WH type question. For example, what are you looking for? Who has written this letter? Now the next type of sentences are the exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences help us to communicate strong feelings of surprise, admiration, appreciation, wonder and shock. Now let us see the examples. A. What a beautiful baby he is. B. How wonderful the painting is. Now let us see some important points in the structure of an exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence begins with what or how. It is followed by an exclamation mark. For emphasis, the word order is altered. That is, it is changed in an exclamatory sentence. You can see this in this sentence. And extra words like what or how are added for emphasis.